if you do this event in Black Clover Mobile, you can get a free SSR Aster. How? Well, let me show you. So welcome to the Tropical Retreat event. It's the brand new event in the Season 2 event, and if I'm being honest, it's kind of mid. The overall event rewards of this event are going to be your free SSR Swimsuit Aster, his skill page, which you should be able to get all of his dupes for if you buy the event pass, which I'll get onto in a little bit, another free-to-play skill page, which is also pretty mid, and then a brand new gear set, all to do with HP recovery, LR gear summon chests where you're guaranteed LR pieces of gear, which is actually really good, and then some gear upgrade stone chests, and these ones are actually fantastic because you get 16 of the greater gear upgrade stones. So the overall gameplay of this event is basically you play stages and you earn rewards like beach balls, event pass points, as well as stuff like starfish, so then you can exchange them in the shop or get battle pass XP, so then you can then buy some pretty cool stuff. But unfortunately, a lot of this stuff is time gated, so a lot of the best stuff is going to be it's going to take quite a while for it to come out, as the highest stage, well, at least the highest normal stage, won't come out in like 2 days time. So yeah, you got to wait a little bit for that, which is kind of annoying because a lot of people just want to play the event as soon as possible. So these are the stages. Comes with some not really brand new enemies. I believe all these enemies are available just in chapter 4, I believe, or chapter 5, whichever one it is. So as you'd expect, this is basically just like any other gameplay stage that you might play in the game. However, there are some slight differences, as if you go ahead and look at the enemies, you'll see like their role and stuff, and then to the right of them you'll see two different typing, I guess, like stocks you can call it, and these stocks are basically the weak points that you need to apply to the enemies, so you can then trigger the attack weak point effect, which will then basically make your enemies take way more damage after you trigger those weak points. And basically the way these work is what you've got to do is you've got to hit the certain enemies with the certain weak point typing. So because my Funeral is a red character, I can go ahead hit this enemy and then I can get rid of one of his weak points. So then to then remove it even further, I then have to hit this enemy with a green character like my Mimosa in order to then trigger the weak point effect. And then once you've gone ahead and you've actually beaten the stage, you'll also get the generic stuff like Bond XP, character XP as well. And then of course, once you've actually done the stage, you will also get all of the rewards that you'll be able to see in the bottom left. And as you complete more stages will then unlock, and then you can go ahead and complete them to even get greater rewards. So you've got all the basic ones. These are just basic training. This is just random stuff. You don't really need to do these. Then you've got the normal trainings where you can train in the afternoon, which you'll then be able to get some beach balls and stuff, or you can train in the evenings where you can get even more stuff, where you'll also be able to eventually obtain some starfish as well. And then there's the challenge section, which is honestly probably one of the worst bits about this event, which is because you need a certain amount of the battle pass or like the event pass XP in order to unlock these stages. As to unlock the very final stage, you need 1300 of these event pass points, and considering the hardest evening stage in the game grants you 10 of these, means that you're going to have to run this stage, I believe, 130 times, which is honestly ridiculous and is way too over the top. But let's just assume that we're going to be running this stage and only this stage, as the very first evening training stage does cost you 16 stamina. It should probably stay around 16, as the evening training 2 is also at 16 stamina, so I'm just going to assume that it's going to be 16 stamina per stage. So we're going to assume that it takes 16 stamina per run in order to get these 10 event pass points from the highest stage on the evening training, and then because we need 1300 of these, means we're going to have to run this 130 times, which means in total, in order to unlock the very final stage of this, you're going to need in total to use 2080 stamina, which is honestly ridiculous. It's way too much and it's just not needed at all. But once you do actually get to this point, this is where you actually do get your free SSR Aster, as well as some actual free guaranteed LR gears. But there are actually ways that you can actually increase all of these things that do drop, which is through the mage or like the boosted mage section. As you can see here, all of the current seasonal characters will give you 50% more drops for starfish and also beach balls, but not for the event pass points, unfortunately. And then all their corresponding versions of these characters, like the SR versions of Noel, Charmy, and Gauche, will also give a 30% bonus. So what I'd recommend before you farm any of this event is, first of all, wait until the highest stages do actually come out so you can farm those, and then make sure that you have your seasonal character from your Gateway of Reunion, as until you've done this, you really don't want to be farming it at all, as you're just going to be wasting all of your stamina, because you need a bunch of these beach balls as well as starfish in order to even buy anything remotely decent, which I guess then brings me on to the summer exchange shop. And overall, the rewards in the shop is actually okay. It's pretty decent, as you can get we can get 3 free copies of the Midsummer Training skill page, which is Aster's signature skill page, and it's an okay skill page. It's not too bad. And then we can buy guaranteed LR gear summon chests, which are again pretty decent. You can buy the completely new gear set of LR gear, so if you're really deprived of LR gear and you need them, then you can buy them. And then kind of one of the dumbest things in this is you need 500 starfish to buy 100 stamina, when in order to get those 500 starfish, you're going to be spending way more than 100 stamina, even more than 500 stamina, which is ridiculous. And to be honest, the only things that I'd really recommend recommend buying from this whole entire shop, as even the beef ball shop has literally got nothing really that great in it. I just recommend buying the LR gear summon chest once you've got enough, and then you can also buy the midsummer training, and that's honestly pretty much it, and then you're kind of done with the event. So next up we have the event pass, and this is honestly probably the worst bit about this event, if I'm being honest, because although it does cost 1500 black crystals, which is whatever, every free-to-play person can get this, please do not buy this. I cannot stress enough to say to not buy this, because although the LR gear might be tempting, the costumes, all of the gear upgrade stone chests, they might be tempting, it's honestly really not worth it at all. Not only are the rewards like somewhat mid, it's just not really anything too crazy. You need in total 400 of the event pass points in order to get 1 level, and in total there's 20 levels, which means in total you need 8,000 of these event pass points. So once again, to put that into perspective, assuming that you farm the highest stage in the game, which drops 12 of these event pass points, that means you'd have to run this stage in total around 666 times, or 667 times probably, in order to complete the whole event pass. And if we take the assumption from our evening training before, where everything will cost 16 stamina, the challenge ones will probably cost more. They'll probably cost 20 to be honest, but we're just going to assume 16 for now because the other ones aren't even out. That means it's going to cost you 10,666 stamina, and all of that is just for the midsummer training skill page and all of these other awful rewards right here. Now of course my maths could be wrong, I'm not a genius, so if I am wrong then please let me know down in the comments below, because I could have just made like one tiny mistake or one massive mistake, who knows. But then the final thing is going to be the event missions, and this is probably kind of the only somewhat okay thing, as you've got to clear stages a certain amount of times, clear normal stages a certain amount of times, challenge stages, purchasing items, etc., collecting beach ball starfish, etc., and then just a bunch of other things. And in total there'll be 60 of these challenges that you can do, and once you've completed all 60 of those you can get 5 bond summon tickets, so half a multi, kind of okay, whatever. I don't see a reason for it not to be a whole multi, it doesn't really make any sense to be honest, but oh well. And there's a bunch of other milestone rewards, like at 12, once you've done 12 of these challenges you get 50,000 Yule, 25 you get the free SR skill page, and then once you've done 40 challenges you get 150 stamina, which is wow, so generous. And then once you've done 50 you then get another copy of his free SSR skill page, and then again once you do 60 you can then get the bond summon ticket. So to be brutally honest, what you should farm and shouldn't farm in this event is pretty much you shouldn't farm anything to be honest, especially the event pass, as all I'd recommend is you play up until the 5th chapter of the normal challenge so you can get your free copy of your SSR Aster, and then once you've done that I would then try and recommend getting all of the LR gear pieces, as well as all of his other free copies of the skill pages as well, and then if you want you can do these event missions as well. So there you have it, that is it for the whole new Tropic Retreat event. It's really bad, very underwhelming, I'll be honest, at least those are my opinions anyway. Let me know down in the comments what you think of this event, whether you like it or not. At the end of the day, this is all just to have fun. If you want to play it, buy the event pass just to have a bit of fun, collect some stuff, then go ahead, do it if you want, as that's kind of the most important thing at the end of the day. But what's also important is you liking and subscribing, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.